what I'm realizing right now in the economy and what can relate to basketball trainers, honestly, is the operating cash flow and these big companies like Macy's cutting earnings. Best Buy is dropping sales by 12%. Walmart is starting to cut their employment, their labor force. Let's see, I think Ford is cutting jobs right now too. These are huge companies, right? The biggest companies in the world, and yet they're making these cuts. So that to me makes me think it's not the same. Obviously, the basketball training business and a huge Fortune 100 company aren't the same, but if they're doing it, then we should look at doing that as well. They're obviously the leader in business, so why wouldn't we take some tactics or take some wisdom from them? So just as we transition into what usually is the slowest quarter for basketball trainers in this seasonality that ebbs and flows, I think it's wise to look at some of the cuts that we may need to make. Do we need to cut back on some gym time? Do we need to cut back on some employees' help that we usually have? Do we need to cut back on the equipment that we're purchasing? Anything that has the significant portion of the expenses in our revenue, I believe we need to start looking at cutting back on those.